That's another great move towards creating momentum, investing in personal development. Let me just tell you, when you fill yourself up, you can show up stronger in your business. When you get personal coaching, you can show up stronger in your business. When you do self-coaching, you can show up stronger in your business. All of that helps to create a better attitude for you, maybe some motivation, maybe some inspiration, which adds to you being able to build momentum in your business. Hello, I'm Debbie Shadid, the host of the Life Coach Business Building Podcast. If you are ready to have more clients in your life coach business, then you're in the right spot. Each week, I'm going to teach you super simple strategies to grow your business without feeling overwhelmed and without spending money on paid ads. Now, if that sounds interesting, stick around and let's get started. Let's talk about momentum. In this podcast, I'm going to be sharing ways you can gain momentum in your coaching business, gain momentum to build it, gain momentum to keep yourself out there, and really work on building momentum to be able to go into 2024 strong. I'm also going to be talking about the things that you should quit doing that are actually slowing you down. The first thing that I want to address before we get started is if you are lacking clients, marketing is the answer. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about today. Now, you have two solutions to that. Number one, you can go back and listen to a lot of the podcasts that I have about marketing. In fact, I have an entire series that I'm going to link right here in the show notes that are a whole set of podcasts, 8 episodes in a row about marketing. All right. If you go back and look and you follow this show, I do marketing podcasts regularly. So marketing is always the way to increase momentum, right? To increase your opportunity for clients. Today, we're going to talk about a lot of other ways that you can increase your momentum. The first thing is to set clear goals. So you want to define a short-term goal. You want to define a long-term goal. Those goals give you something to shoot for, right? They could be financial goals. They could be how many clients you want to have at the end of the year, how many consultations you want to have, how many new connections you want to have. For some of you, your personal goals should be about getting your business foundations built. In the Business Building Boutique, that's some of the work that we do, right? It's just getting your branding done. It's getting your messaging done. It's getting your website done. All of those things, they actually create momentum for you too. When you have a website that you're proud of to send people to, when you have your email opt-in built, when you are doing weekly emails, all of those things create momentum. That's the marketing that I was talking about. You can also narrow or specialize to really be able to differentiate yourself. You can also narrow and specialize. Narrowing your niche is something that a lot of you guys don't want to do because you don't want to exclude anyone. But what I want to tell you is that when you narrow and you differentiate yourself from everybody else, it really does set you apart. As I tell people all the time, we want people to raise their hand and know, hey, that lady is talking to me. That's what happens when you specialize in a particular thing or when you narrow your niche. To have momentum, you also want to have a strong online presence. If you listen to those episodes about marketing, I talk about all the ways that you can market your business for free online. All right. All of those various ways will help you create momentum because you'll be found in so many more places. Content marketing. I love for you to have a content plan in place and a content plan that you follow. When you follow something consistently and you have a theme, you become known for something, again, increasing your momentum. How about networking? Oh my goodness. That is such a great way to become known. If you go network and you network with a group of people, you are meeting a whole bunch of people at one time instead of one person. That creates momentum, right? It's a way for you to have larger exposure. The workshops that I do create larger exposure. Putting yourself on social media, even though you think it's not working, creates a larger audience that you get yourself in front of. I mentioned email marketing, and one of the things that's really great about that is that once you get it set up one time, Like we get your email opt-in set up. We have your nurture series where you introduce yourself to your clients. Then you start building that know, like, and trust through your weekly emails. One thing that's great is that every new person that comes into your world then gets to drop into those series of emails that are already written. That's another way to create momentum. Testimonials and reviews, that does it too. Positive testimonials and reviews is another great way to encourage people to connect with you. Positive feedback builds trust and credibility. Workshops. You guys know I love those. Any of those free events that you could do where you educate people, that's another great move towards creating momentum. Investing in personal development. Let me just tell you, when you fill yourself up, you can show up stronger in your business. When you get personal coaching, you can show up stronger in your business. When you do self-coaching, you can show up stronger in your business. All of that helps to create a better attitude for you, maybe some motivation, maybe some inspiration, which adds to you being able to build momentum in your business. Partnerships. Oh my goodness. Partnerships and collaborations. All of those are great ways to get exposure to a much larger audience. Remember that gaining momentum in your online coaching business is an ongoing process. You don't just do it now and have momentum. You have to keep fueling your business by doing all of the things, by doing the steps over and over, by staying consistently committed to your goals, applying strategies that you're currently doing, and adding new strategies, right? You're always evolving as you build your coaching business. Now let's talk about the things that I want you to stop doing that are actually slowing down your momentum. They're really taking away from you being able to have time to build your business. The first thing is peer coaching. I too did a lot of peer coaching when I became a life coach. Now I've done business coaching forever, so I didn't need to practice that. But I went to life coach certification. We peer coached because we needed to practice. But what happens is many of you guys are with your peer groups still. And I love friendship, but if you are coaching with peers several hours a week, that is time that you could be spending building your business. I would much rather that you give those hours away to people that you don't know that could be potential clients someday. I would rather that you offer free coaching to them. Free coaching was a key to me building my business. I told people, I will help you with your business for free. Some of you listening to this podcast had that free coaching and you became either longtime clients or fans of what I do because I use my time instead of peer coaching to do free coaching with people who could be potential clients or who could also be people who promoted the work that I was doing. Worry and doubt really slow your momentum. So if you have self-doubt and you have excessive worry, of course, you know what happens? You slow down, right? You start to overthink things. You start to ask your peers, what do you think, right? You start to ask people who knew nothing about building a coaching business, what do you think? You start looking on YouTube for a different answer. You start scrolling social media, looking for some inspiration or an idea. If you will do what you know best, you don't have to look for ideas anywhere else, you guys. Yes, you have to learn the skill of doing some of the things that's required, the marketing skill, right? The building your business skill. I get it. You have to learn how to be in business. But if you are coaching on something that you already know, the answer lies within you. So the way that you eliminate doubt is you become a good decision maker. You tap into your own intuition and you just make decisions. So often you cannot know what is right or wrong until you just make a decision and take action and move forward. Oftentimes, the correct answer reveals itself through you taking action. To develop some self-awareness about the doubts that are going to be most common for you, about the things that you worry about, sometimes some of those things are just habits. Worry sometimes is just a habit that you're not even really aware of why you're doing it. So just notice. What are the things that you worry a lot about? One of those things that you're worried about, do you actually even have any control over? And if you have control over that worry, then do something about it. You've heard it said, if you are worrying about something that already happened, you have no control over it. So if you're obsessing about what you did on the social media post or about what you said in an email, it's too late, guys. The email's already been sent. The post is already out there. You cannot change it. So quit worrying about that. If you are worried about the future, you actually have no control over what happens, right? If you're worried about the social media that you're going to do, you have no idea what it's going to turn out like. You have no idea who's going to see it. The only thing you have control over is what you do today. All right. So isolate and begin to notice what the worry is. If you can do something about it, then do it. Otherwise, start correcting that habit and start calling yourself out. If you have doubt, then make decisions. Something else I want you to stop doing that is slowing your momentum is that you offer too much. You have too many options. You're giving too much to your clients, right? Your packages are so full of so many things, your clients are even confused. If you have too many options and too many ways for people to work with you, you have heard it before and it's so true. If you confuse, you lose. You need to have one option for coaching until you are fully booked and until you know exactly what you're doing. For some of you guys, that's going to be one group program that you sell out. For some of you, it's going to be private coaching that you sell until you fill it. I want you to be an expert at one thing. I want you to be an expert at selling it, marketing it, delivering it, all of those things before you offer anything else. Also, if you are giving your client too much, again, assess what you offer in your coaching and decide to dial it back if it's too overwhelming for your client. They actually might not need as much as you think. Oftentimes, we overgive because we're insecure. We're not giving what our client needs. We're giving so much more to make ourselves feel better. So check into yourself if you're giving too much. Nail that one offer. Make sure you learn how to do it. When you simplify your offers, you're going to also simplify the decision process with your clients. It's like you either want this or you don't. All right. They don't have to choose between A or B. There's no confusion. It's like, this is the way you work with me. All right. You want to work with me? This is how we do it. Addressing these issues, right? Where you are offering too much, where you're offering confusing things, when you are worrying too much, when you have too much doubt, all of the peer coaching that you have, addressing those and eliminating some of those things will actually free up some space that you can then thoughtfully decide to use in your business on things like marketing, where you can increase the momentum that you have in your business. That's it, guys. Go do it. Let's have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies, that is it for today. Before we go, I want to invite you to head over to debbieshadid.com. I have this incredible Canva training specifically designed for life coaches, where I'm going to teach you how to use Canva to create beautiful graphics to market your life coaching business. All right, have an amazing week. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.